Hello and welcome to Tutorial Tuesday. We're going to do our second cookie of our series of 12 mini Christmas cupcakes today. And this is our Woodland themed cupcake that we're going to work on. So this morning, we're just going to recap a couple of things. I want to talk to you about some scheduling updates, and I want to talk to you about some special guests that are coming. Let you know the supplies that you need for tonight if you want to decorate with me this evening. We're going to be doing this really cool little woodland themed cupcake that will photograph nicely with our Holly Jolly cupcake from last week. All of the cupcakes are going to coordinate nicely. Hey, are you doing physical therapy, Camille? Hello. Hello. So say hello over in the comments, you guys. So we'll do our housekeeping first, talk about supplies you need for tonight. I won't keep you too long this morning. Debbie, welcome. It's nice to see you here. Hi, Karen. Hi, Dawn. You guys say hello over in the comments so I can make you part of the forever video. Okay, so let's talk quickly about the schedule that I posted for now until the end of the year for Cookie Snack Attack. It's in the files section of the Cookie Snack Attack group. Do not download the schedule that is there, because last night and this morning, a whole bunch of people that I had sent out invitations to for guest spots in the group replied. So I have all of that information. I have updated the schedule. I have turned it to landscape so I could give you more information on single lines rather than rolling over to multiple lines. I tried to lighten the pink a little bit because it looked really red on mine when it printed out. Hello, Facebook user. How are you? Hi, Debbie. How are you? Hi, Barbie. Dawn, hello. The schedule's looking good, and it just got better, Dawn. Hello there. Hey, Cindy. Hey, that's Whoopi. That's my Whoopi, Cindy. Okay, so I have improved those things, which means it's going to be like a 4-page printout now. So if you have a printer, it's either going to be 4 or 5 pages, but it's updated until the end of the year. But listen, you guys, I have so much good stuff planned. First of all, let me take this away. Let me take, and if you haven't signed up for live stream text alerts yet, the scroll at the bottom will tell you what to do. But if you text the word live stream, all capital letters, live stream is one word, to 540-870-0726. Follow the prompts. It takes you through 2 series of prompts, and you'll be signed up for text alerting. And I did receive my text alert, so I hope you all have as well. All right. Now, let's talk about this. Let's take this away and put this one up. This is our new logo for Cookie Snack Attack. For those of you who haven't seen it, you're going to be seeing it in a lot of places because I've been doing a lot of updating to our graphics recently. So I'm super excited about that. And I want you to see this. Barbie's here, so hang on with me for a second. I want you to see this really quick. It's just taking just a second to load. But I have been up and working since the wee hours of the morning trying to get some things done because I'm going to be going out of town next week. And then when I get back, I have a couple business opportunities that I have to pursue quickly when I return home. And then we go to retreat at Snowshoe Mountain, West Virginia. Are you guys so excited? So excited, those of you that are getting to go to the retreat, because that's just like, seriously, it's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. I'm super excited about it. We scored Prime Leaf Week at Snowshoe Mountain, so that's super exciting to me. Hopefully we're going to see some bear, but not too up close and personal. But I want to tell you about our first special guest that's coming. How do you like that new logo? So Barbie will be our first special guest starting in September, and she will be visiting us on Tuesday, September 13th at 7 p.m. on a Tutorial Tuesday night. And her topic that night is going to be improving your cookie photography skills. So Barbie, thank you. I've been looking forward to this. She is a super uber talented photographer as well as a fantastic cookier. And Barbie is one of the bees of 2 Bees Cookies there in Texas. So very excited that you're going to be with us. I will put this graphic up. It's going to go up today in an event. And I would love for you guys to get the word out that Barbie's going to be with us talking about photography tips on September 13th and start sharing this. So we'll have lots of people at the event for her. Okay. So let me take that away. Barbie, I hope you like this. I think this is the last one that we did that you approved. Kat, I see you just jumped on. How are you? All right, let's do some comments real quick. Hey, Allison, how are you? Allison, call me after the live is over, okay? Keep printing cutters. I know, Allison, you are a dream. Thank you. Hey, Debbie, how are you? That's a bunch of celebrating going on right there. Yes, going to be going constantly. It's fantastic. Hey, Deborah, thank you. I'm glad. Mimi, good to see you. I have such exciting stuff to tell you, Mimi. I went a little off the rails last night. You know what, Barbie? I'm so excited that you're going to be on here. I think people are really going to get a lot out of it. And I know your passion in photography, when you talk about it, your face just lights up. So you are the perfect person to bring this to the group. All right. Hey, Lori, how are you? Pamela, hi. How are you? All right. So I updated the schedule, and our first guest in September is going to be Barbie. And then a little further down in the month, Becky Norton is going to be with us on the 27th. That's updated in the schedule. And Becky's going to be showing us how to preserve showpiece cookies, or any cookie really that you want to, preserving showpiece cookies with resin so that you can keep them in your shadow boxes. Hi, Josette. How are you doing? Make a comment over on the right so I can make you part of our permanent video there. Okay, so Becky will be doing that. Super psyched to learn about that. And I have a supply list already going for Becky in my Amazon shop, which is pinned to the featured section of the Cookie Snack Attack group. So you can get your supplies. And right now the resin is on sale, half price. Becky said she's never seen it half price before. So hopefully you can grab that. And then guess what, you guys? 2 of our group members are on some TV shows again for Halloween. So Brooke Taylor and Tammy Valera are going to join us on Monday evening, October 3rd, for a group meetup. We're going to do a group meetup, and we're going to talk about Halloween baking competitions. So, I got to interview Brooke last year for the show that she was on, and it was fabulous. And I had a ton of fun with her. She's really a very fun person and has a contagious laugh. So I'm super excited. I'm super excited to have both of them on together to talk all things Halloween. All right. And then we'll be going right after that. We're going to be going out of town for the retreat, and I'm going to try to do a live stream the Tuesday that I'm gone setting up for retreat. I'm going to try to, hey, Laura, how are you? I'm going to try to take a break and go to the top of the mountain that day so that I can do a live stream from up there and show you the place. And hopefully I'll have a couple cookie snack attackers with me. And I hope to take you up there with me, and you can be in the live stream, like live and in person, not just us virtually getting together. Hello there, Priscilla. How are you? Yes, Becky is going to be here. So both of the B's and 2B's are going to teach us some stuff in September. That's going to be fun. Then we're going to head off to retreat. I'll be doing a live then. And then guess who is coming to talk to us about copper cookie cutters? Anybody? So we did this really fun thing after a class during our after something. It was either a class or a live stream. I invited people on to test out the new upgrade that I did to StreamYard. So Priscilla, I finally convinced Priscilla, who's in our group, to come on and talk to us about copper cookie cutters. So I think we're going to talk about like care of them, the different sides of them. She's going to pick out some particular ones to show us. So I'm super excited about that. So we will be posting an event for her as well for October 24th. All right. But prior to that, I have a surprise guest scheduled for Monday, October 17th. Can't tell you who she is yet because she can't say the thing that she's coming on to talk about yet. So when we have that info, we will set up an event for her as well. She's been on before as well, so I'm super excited. She's coming back. And Priscilla and the surprise guest and myself are all going to be in Cookieathon. So if anybody else in our group is participating as an instructor in Cookieathon, please let me know by messenger so we can give you a shout out as well. We definitely want to all be supporting each other as we are doing these different activities in our life. Let's see. Yes, she does have so many awesome copper cookie cutters. Hey, Facebook user, how are you today? And Barbie, I'm so excited about Priscilla coming on that she finally agreed to this. Mimi, I only have 2 and they were both gifts from Priscilla, but seriously, I might have more before the end of the year. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Nadine, how are you? All right, so we've got that going on. I have a surprise that I'm working on for our group for Halloween night for a virtual party. So I'm hoping that works out. Hey, Denise, I see you just joined us. Say hello in the comments. Don't forget about Cookieathon coming up October 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. My time to be on will be not October. I'm sorry, November. November 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th is Cookieathon. And my time to be on is November 5th. I think I'm at 2 p.m. Eastern, but I have to confirm that. But I don't know when the other 2 ladies that are in Cookieathon that I know about are going to be on there. So as soon as I know, I'll let you know for sure, okay? What their times are as well, because obviously we want the cookie snack attackers to make sure you show up for each other, right? At least pop on, say hello. We don't want anybody feeling like they're out there on their own. I think then I gave it a rest for November and part of December on guests. I have 2 other people that I've invited. If they respond and are able to come, we're going to put them on sometime in November, but most likely it will be December because the holidays start. Everybody's busy cookieing. So I really want to try to have them on in a time where you can just have it on and be listening and not need to watch a tutorial or feel like you need to watch a replay, right? I just want to have them on so that you can have the talking and maybe get through that last little push of decorating a whole big batch of cookies or something. All right, so that's what's coming up with the schedule. I appreciate y'all joining this morning. Please make sure tonight when you join that you share the post, put it in any groups that you're allowed to put it into. Hey, Kim, how are you? Make sure that you share it over into any groups that you're allowed to share other groups into so that people can see our little mini series that we're kicking off. So last week, you guys remember we did Holly Jolly and I did 2 cupcakes. This week, we're just going to do 1. So, hey, Lisa, how are you? So these are Holly Jolly from last week, and we did a parchment paper technique at the bottom, and we did the self-folding, which led us to this really cool discovery. Mimi told us about this awesome crimper that she had, and so I ordered one, and I tested it last night on Mad Scientist Monday. So if you guys want to see how this worked out, I tested this and another smaller version. That's what I'm going to use tonight. So Mimi, thank you for sharing that info with us. Mimi, I went down a rabbit hole, though, I must tell you. I'll tell you in a minute. I'll give you full confession. But we're going to use, hold on, I'm going to pull them. The smaller crimper, this is what we're going to use on our, nope, not that one. That's not the right one. I want to use the one that looks like corrugated metal off a tin roof. We're going to use this one, which is a finer embossing on our cupcake tonight. So I'll do that. I'm probably going to do gold. I might do green again, but I'm thinking I'm going to do gold for my colors. I have a little bit of brown fondant. Hey, Marilyn, how are you? You'll need that for tonight. Okay. So a little bit of brown fondant and then some thick white for the top of your cupcake. It would be handy if you had a few Christmas sprinkles. They're not required, but it would look pretty, I think. Or just some very small amounts of Christmas colored sugars or a Christmas color sugar, red, a green. Obviously, if you have diamond dust around, pull it out and dust it off because we want to use diamond dust on all these cupcakes. I have the yellow here in case I decide I want to paint the bottom of my cupcake gold. And if I do, then I'll be using this thick yellow with the parchment paper, and I'll leave mine in the dehydrator for a few hours so it'll be ready to go tonight. I have red to in case I decide to use it, but I don't think I'm using it tonight. And green, if I decide to make the bottom green, I've got my thick green here as well. So this is for the top, and I'll be using yellow or green, I believe, for the bottom. You need some brown fondant and have a brush handy. We're going to do a little bit of painting with royal icing tonight. All right. And we're going to be using the crimper from last night. All right. So, you know, Mad Scientist Monday often leads me down rabbit holes. So Mimi asked me last night if the crimper would work with smart sheets. And I sprayed my smart sheets and I sprayed the wafer paper with paper potion, as you ladies kindly suggested last night. A couple of other people suggested the paper potion. I let it dry. I ran it through the crimper. It works perfect. I'm not sure how much of that I would actually do because I prefer the parchment method because I can keep reusing my parchment sheet rather than adding the cost of a smart sheet or a Flex Frost sheet to every cookie that I'm working on. However, I really like the texture that it created on the smart sheets. So that led me to break out my Spellbinder last night and my embossing panels. And I tested the following for you last night, which you will see later. Not today, but another Monday Mad Scientist experiment. I'll bring back everything that I did because I also tested airbrushing with this. I tested the paper potion and I tested multiple kinds of sheets last night. So I did smart sheets, I did edible fabric sheets, I did iridescent icing sheets, and I did the basic smart sheets. And I did the wafer paper, both levels of wafer paper like we did with the crimper. I did all of those yesterday as well using my Spellbinder and my embosser. So you'll see that again. But we're not going to do it tonight because I saw this morning that another group member is doing a tutorial on that. So I don't want to bring it to you today because they're doing something already today that I didn't know about until today. So last night was just a happy coincidence, led me down the rabbit hole because I got so inspired because I have a use for it. I told you guys, if you buy that crimper, which is only like $15, it's going to totally inspire you to buy the Spellbinder or the Sizzix machine. And then you're going to need to join Nancy Westfall's group if you're not in there because she has fabulous videos already in there for you on parchment embossing. And as soon as you see that, after you've used the crimper, you're going to want the machine because it's going to help you fancy up, level up all of your cookie sets using this parchment. And then it's going to lead you to some cool stuff for fashion cookies if you like using the smart sheets with the embosser. Like it just, one thing leads to another and it keeps spiraling. So I take no responsibility if you end up buying embossing machines. Like I'm going to totally be behind you going, go do it, do it, do it, because they're really fun. It'll, of course, be really cost effective for you if you can do the embossed parchment, and that way you can keep reusing the parchment sheets. But I can tell you for some fashion cookies, we're going to be having a demo shortly with some fashion cookies using the smart sheets treated with paper potion and then dried. That's what I was working on because you guys have been asking for dresses, and I've been leery to do dresses because you usually ask for wedding dresses. And I don't want to do wedding dresses because Arlene Chua does a fabulous job of wedding dresses, and I don't want to invade in that territory at all. So I've steered clear of that, but I think it would be okay to do a fashion dress. So I have designed my own cutter, and I want to use that cutter with what I played with last night. So you'll be seeing that shortly, and hopefully that will satisfy everyone that wanted to see whether the embossing folders worked. And it will satisfy those of you who wanted a fashion cookie. I'm planning on doing a whole series of fashion things in the springtime. But if you've seen the schedule, you know we're packed out between now and Christmas. So squeezing the one in as a bonus is just so you guys will buy your machines and start practicing for the next 2 or 3 months. Okay. I know I love that crimper and this little one. The little one, Deborah, I hope you watched the video last night. The little one is the one that I'm actually going to use the parchment paper from, this one, because it did a really fine crimping. But I'm just, full disclosure here, you guys, enabler, big enabler stuff going on right here, because this if you like this and you like what it does with the parchment paper, it's going to lead you potentially to maybe investing in a few of these handheld to get these designs. And then you're going to be hooked. And then you're going to have to buy the Spellbinder or the Sizzix machine. I think that's the two most everybody's using in the cookie world right now. You're going to go crazy for that. If you don't want to buy the machine, Intricate Edibles sells embossed parchment. And I've received that in a couple of cookie kits recently, and they have some great patterns in there. It just makes it a little more cost effective over time if you have your own machine and make your own papers. And especially if you do classes, then you can include cool stuff with your classes. Hello. Which cookie cutter? My fashion cookie cutter will release when we do the class. Let's see. Mimi, you like your crimper too? Yeah. So we did discuss last night that I'll be using my handheld one primarily to make paper shred. And I have a little tabletop shredder that I'm just going to be not recycling because I haven't used it yet, but scraps. I have a lot of Christmas and Halloween and Thanksgiving scrapbooking paper scraps that I'm going to be using to make my own shred. I want to use all that up so it's not wasted. I'm going to use that up to make the shred for inside my boxes. And I also showed you guys yesterday that the 12x5 boxes that I put in my Amazon shop for you to look at, they came in, they're great quality. I just wanted to make sure they were still as good as they were the last time I ordered them. But if you're doing the paid classes, there are 6 paid classes I'm doing that are all stacked cookies, that all of the sets, not together, obviously, but all of the sets, I can't make this show up, sorry. So the sets are all meant to fit in here, okay? So just order a minimal quantity, see if you like it. They're going to make great gifts for your kids' teachers, for your neighbors. Just you're going to be able to use these for so many things. So Mimi, thank you for the suggestion to get that crimper and talking to me about the paper shred and about embossing the parchment. It did lead me down a rabbit hole. I'll just confess it did. But not of your making, of my making, because you suggested one specific thing, but as normal, my brain just spiraled after that. Okay, who is asking this question? Who would like someone to bring the machine to retreat? Because I would be happy to bring my Spellbinder, but another disclosure, the Spellbinder machine is a little more expensive than the Sizzix. So if someone else that's going, I hope I'm saying that right, but if someone else that's coming to the fall retreat has the Sizzix, then we should both bring them so you can compare them, okay? Because I have the Sizzix Platinum large machine and I have the Sizzix Platinum baby machine. So I use the baby for most of my embossing folders because it's just easier with the amount of space I have to work with. But the big one's very handy and it's quite powerful. And the insides on this Platinum Spellbinder are all metal now, not plastic. So it's really hard to break the thing. They used to have, if you have one of the original Spellbinder machines, they had plastic guts and you could really break them. Yes, Allison, that's exactly my thought. I'll do dresses that are not wedding dress specific that'll get you the skills, and then you guys can go create wedding dress cookies. Miss Pamela, Joann's and Hobby Lobby do not sell embossers. Do you mean the crimper? Do you mean the little crimper, or do you mean the embossing machines? Because I'm going to put links on Amazon to both of those. Yes, repurposing my scrap paper. Mary Jean. Yes. So Mary Jean, I will happily bring my Spellbinder machine. And now let's find somebody. Let's find somebody that has a Sizzix that's coming to retreat so we can do that one night. Maybe our opening night, we can play with that because we have Debbie to show us how to make hot cocoa bombs, which is super profitable at Christmas time if you get good at them and have the right supplies and molds. So Debbie's going to be showing us that. And then Allison is bringing her computer and 3D printer, and she's going to take us through the steps of creating to printing for a 3D printer, like what's involved, so that we can decide if we're going to open up our unboxed 3D printing machines. I'm so embarrassed, but mine is still in the box. I don't have enough room to set it up and leave it set up in a climate controlled area just yet, but I'm getting closer. We're getting closer. So Allison has the same printer that I have, so I'm looking forward to seeing it in person and in action. So thank you, ladies, for being willing to do tutorials at retreat. And then hopefully that's going to spin off to something you guys would be willing to do in the group. But we'll leave that alone. I'm not going to ask for too much right now. Okay. All right. Yes, Allison will be ready for you. And I'll just be listening because I think Debbie might even ask more detailed questions than I do. So I'll just sit back and let you do all of the talking. I'm sure I'll be tired after teaching class that day. So we'll see what happens. All right. Recap. Let me load the new schedule. As soon as we get off here, I'll load the new schedule into Cookie Snack Attack. Print that one. Don't print the one that's there now. Okay. Allison's laughing. Allison, you didn't really buy it for that reason, did you? Like, I thought that was a happy coincidence too. I did. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. Allison now has the printer, so I have tech support. Allison, don't tell anyone. I'm not going to tell you. No one else can have Allison for tech support. Okay. Allison, don't volunteer because she is my cookie cutter printing phenomenon over there. I just show her something and suddenly it's in a cookie cutter, and she keeps tweaking the cookie cutters so they get better and better. It's so funny, but I feel like I have personal tech support on this machine. So Allison, that is why I've been working so hard to clean up my cookie area so the printer can stay up all the time. So I don't have to call for so many things. So we both have the Creality self-leveling S something Pro 6, S6 or SR6 or something Pro. Allison, yours is up, so you probably can look at it. Can you put in there we go. The Ender 3 Pro and Ender 3 2. Okay. So hey, Jody, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Jill. Hi, Lisa. Sorry, I forgot to tell you as you guys were jumping on. Say hello over in the comments, okay? Yes, so she has a manual. I don't do manuals. Yeah, so I think that is the same printer though, right? The CR6 SE, it's a self-leveler. I'm pretty sure we all have the same one. So maybe after retreat, mine will come out. And if it does come out of the box, I promise I'll take a picture and prove that I put it together. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not committing to more. Ender 3 Pro, but with more. Okay. All right, cool. Well, we'll talk about all that later. But shout out to Debbie and to Allison for doing in-person tutorials at Cookie Retreat. So excited you guys were willing to take those things on. We need them. And we need them in the group. So this will be a good test run for you guys. And then, just know I'm probably going to ask you to come to the big group and teach it too before Christmas. Allison, do you already know that you're going to put it together? I actually sort of thought I'd just invite you over to the house and we would put it together. Let's see. CR6 SE printer. Yes. Mimi. I think Allison, I supply her the filament and she keeps that baby humming. Like it probably glows out of her house. You work for Cookies, by the way. Okay. All right. So let's end our video. Okay. It's only been a little over 30 minutes. So we kept it nice and compact. Don't download your schedule yet. I just finished one right before we went live. I'm uploading a new one. It's in landscape, so it'll be a few more pages, but it gave me more room to type. A lot of guests that were invited have confirmed, but we have a couple more that we're waiting to hear back from. And as soon as we have that nailed down and we're sure they're a done deal, I'll update it again. And then I'll, of course, tell you when I post the new one. We're going to wait and circle back to the stuff that I went down the rabbit hole on last night. And I will see you guys tonight, I hope, for the second part of Tutorial Tuesday, where we will be doing a Woodland cupcake, a Woodland themed cupcake, which is cupcake 2 of 12 of our 12 mini cupcakes for Christmas. Okay. Allison, I'm not putting that up there. Oh, your printer, Debbie, hasn't been working, or you've been using it for days? What does that mean? Tell me what that means before I end the video. I don't want to be worried about your printer all day. We've got a lot of other stuff we got to do today. There's so much going on, and I'm hopefully going to film my Cookieathon tutorial tomorrow of the North Pole Fluff and Fold. That's what I'm doing for Cookieathon in November in Nancy Westfall's group, and I'm super excited about it because it's got ultra minis in it. So what's an ultra mini? An ultra mini is something that's around 1 inch, and I named it myself. So if you want to rename it like a mini, that's fine. You rename it. I called it an ultra mini because seriously, it's the cutest thing. So most of the minis in the set are 1 inch or 1 1/4 inch or smaller. Minis are normally like 2 inches. Like, it's not a hard and fast rule, but that's kind of what people refer to when they're talking about mini cupcakes. Oh, Debbie, it's broken. I'm so sorry. Allison can probably help you with that though. She knows a lot of tricks about fixing it. Mimi, yeah, and Mimi probably could too. Yeah, they would love to hear from you. You're welcome, girls. All right. Thank you for being such a fabulous group and being so supportive. I'm looking so forward to the photography session with Barbie on September 13th. Then preserving cookies. I still don't know how to preserve a cookie. So I'm so hoping that I get this resin thing down, because then I'll go back. If I feel more comfortable with what I'm doing after watching a detailed tutorial with Becky on September 27th, then I'm going to go back and revisit my Timbo tutorial where he did it in silicone and made it really thick to make a paperweight, because I have one cookie I've been saving that I want to actually put in a full block. Just one. It's kind of special to me. And so I'm excited about that. I do want to tell you that I am very sorry that we have not had more special guests between February and now. But things, as you know, got absolutely out of control in my life with illness and health and, you know, not just mine, but family members and stuff from then until about a month ago. So as soon as I could get back on it, I hate canceling things. Like, I don't want to waste people's time, and I hate canceling things. So it was just easier than with the schedule I was having to keep. It was easier to not book people and have to move them around and inconvenience everybody. It was hard enough keeping up with keeping our classes on time with everything that was going on. But we seem to have settled into a bit better of a schedule now. And I'm pretty good with controlling the arthritis in my neck and shoulder now. Like, that's a lot better. My mom is working really hard to gain weight. So Mom, if you're watching, I love you. I'm glad that you are giving it all you can give it with trying to gain weight. Is that a problem you wish you had, you guys? Like, that you needed to gain weight instead of controlling your weight or losing weight? Believe me, it can be just as detrimental the other direction if you don't weigh enough and you have to gain weight. Mimi, what happened? Hold on. Let me see what this says before we end it. Okay, good. So girls, reach out to her. If she can't help you, she knows somebody to put you in touch with, okay? Whoopi Cindy is saying, I can send my Cricut and mug press. And Debbie, well, Cindy, not that I want anything terrible to happen to you, but seriously, there might be a few of us that are hoping that something still works out where you can join us, and then you can just bring your Cricut and mug press. And yes, if you want to send it with Debbie, send it. We love all the gadgets here at Cookie Snack Attack, and I love demoing them. So if you have a new one and you want me to show it to the 2,700 person Cookie Snack Attack group, I'll give you my address. Just send me a message, and we will be doing a demo on that in here, and we'll go down another rabbit hole together. All right, you guys, I hope you have a fabulous afternoon. Please join me again at 7 o'clock tonight. I'm excited about this cute little Woodland cupcake. I realize that doesn't tell you how it's going to look, but there's going to be several techniques on this mini that you'll be able to use on a lot of other things for the holidays. So you probably want to join in. And of course, I'm going to do that fabulous parchment technique because I just love it. And that way you guys will know whether the crimper is something. I mean, I realize it's only 10 or 12 bucks, but I don't think you should buy it if you're not going to use it. We all have enough stuff in our life. So this way, if I've used it, you'll see what it's going to look like, and then you can determine whether it's enough to enough of a change in the look of the cupcake that you might want to use it for what you're going to do for the holidays. Okay, because you know you have the Cindy, you do not. You have the Maker 3 printer too. I can't believe it. Do you know Cindy, was your first cookie our online retreat with Cookie Snack Attack this year? The Under the Sea Spectacular. Was that your first cookie? Was that it? I think it was. Because I hope it was. I don't know. Maybe you did some others before that with Debbie. Maybe that was your first class. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, can I show you this? So let me just show you this one more time while I'm waiting to see if there's any last minute questions. So our first guest, just so you guys don't forget, is going to be Barbie of 2B's Cookies. She's going to be with us on Tuesday, September 13th, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. It'll still be daylight time here. We won't have had fallback time yet. And we're going to talk about improving our cookie photography skills. And Becky tells me that we don't need a bunch of supplies to do this. Just have your telephones and be ready to go. This is the cookie we're going to work on tonight. We've gone all through that. This is the new Cookie Snack Attack logo. Here's a quick flash of what you need to do just to draw attention to it. If you want to sign up for live streaming text alert, all the information is there for that. Let's take this off. Check the last couple of comments. Everybody go have lunch and join me back here at 7 o'clock tonight. Okay. Yes, that was her first class. Okay, cool. That's very fun. I love that. So when you become cookie master class teacher person, when you retire, you can tell them that you learned it here at Cookie Snack Attack. That just tickled me pink. Literally, no pun intended. All right, sorry. Here we go. Yes, this is you need a soft brush for tonight, and this is a new one. So I have been playing it with Mary Jean. I can't believe you caught that. But you do need a soft brush. Hey, nerd, how are you today? So this is another Cookie Snack Attack nerd right here, Jeremy. We hope you are doing well. All right, we're going to end the video. I'll see you guys tonight for the second of 12 of our Christmas mini cupcake series. And remember, you guys, we're just working those in whenever we have time to work them in. This will be our last mini, though, because it's the last day in August. So we're wrapping up our month of minis with the second mini cupcake in the Christmas theme, okay? And then don't forget, next week on Tuesday, we're going to use our Lila Loa Design Rose Floral Cutter that is produced by Ann Clark. So it's a metal cutter. Most of us already have it because we've used it several times in our group. We're going to use that cutter to start September out with sunflowers, okay? All right, you guys. Hey, Jeremy, Allison's giving you a shout out. I'm going to end the video. I'll see you tonight at 7. Please have a fabulous day and be sweet.